We are counting down the largest tax hike in American history, and liberals are stepping up the PR campaign to let the Bush tax cuts expire. Here's what John Podesta of the Progressive Center for American Progress wrote in an editorial in the FT today. Congress can and should extend cuts for strapped middle-class families while America digs its way out of recession. It should also let the tax cuts for the wealthiest 2% of households expire, as a wide range of economists recommend, to make a sizable dent in the nation's unsustainable longer-term budget deficits. A real deficit hawks in the progressive movement. But who believes for a moment that tax hikes, and if they get more revenue, will be used to pay down the deficit instead of being spent to feed an avaricious, ever-growing government? Let's ask one of those congressional Republicans, Representative Kevin Brady of Texas. Congressman, good to see you. So has any Democrat that you know of tried in honesty and in sincerity to give any assurance that if they get any new revenue as a result of taxes going up, it'll be dedicated solely to reducing the deficit?
Dave, is that a trick question? Because no, the answer is heck no. Truth is, you know, they're desperate for revenue. They've overspent this budget. It's scaring people. It's scaring other parts of the world. And they think, I think, by sort of launching this class warfare, that they can get back on top of things. And the truth is, the American public is a lot smarter than the White House or Nancy Pelosi give them credit to. They don't think that taxing professionals and small businesses who have an outsized impact on job creation and the economy, they don't think that's smart. And they don't think you can tax your way to a balanced budget, especially since right now we could double everyone's taxes in America and we'd still be running a debt as a country because the White House, congressional Democrats are spending beyond belief.
Well, you know what it comes down to is simple arithmetic. I mean, Americans have 10 fingers. They are able to count up on their fingers exactly how much in billions or hundreds of billions we have been spending and realize that all of the promises we have made for a new health care bureaucracy, for new financial regulation bureaucracy, for all the new TARP spending, for all the programs that are in position now that probably aren't going to be sunsetted, we're going to have to pay money for that or get rid of them. And they want to bring in this extra money, not to pay down the debt, but to pay for the programs that they initiated over the past year.
Well, that's exactly right. In fact, you know, you take all the tax relief for the top 2%. Over the next decade, I think it represents about 1.5% of all the spending. Compare that to the stimulus, the health care bill, all, you know, the new entitlement spending, all that goes with that. It just pales by comparison. If you want to balance the budget, you know, actually the government, I think, is tripping over dollars to get to nickels on the tax cuts. It's the spending side that has to be controlled.
Well, and the bottom line is the people don't believe the rhetoric anymore. I mean, you have John Podesta giving it the college try. It's like when the president says you can insure 30 million new people without spending any money. People understand that there is a cost to pay for government expenditures. In fact, a much greater cost than would exist in the private sector.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, too, people know, you know, they're looking for those who will help boost the economy, get the jobs back on track, get the economy back on track. They don't think raising taxes on people who create those jobs or spend in the stores is a very smart way to do it. And I also think with 68 Democrats in the House in very vulnerable political situation heading into the election, you know, I can't imagine the House Democrats foolishly trying to tax the American public more either before November or after. But they have a 10-year on this stuff. They're determined to raise taxes.
Well, what's your best? We got to go, Congressman. But what is your best instinct, your best gut tell you about the political nature of this? Are Democrats going to try to pass this or not? Because they could put out a hardcore press on this.
You know, I can't believe they're that dumb. But I think they're going to make a try at it, and we're going to see the results in November.
Kevin Brady, Republican from Texas. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave.